Good morning. Dan's watching the neighbours. Our neighbours opposite are putting up their Christmas lights and they've got a really massive ladder. Oh, he's going up. He's going up the ladder.
No, he's back down
No,
again.
he's back down again. I mean...
You've got to get your clips up first. Then you put your lights up. You've got to have a plan.
Do they not look like they've got a plan, Dan? Oh, that rhyme.
I'm going to say they don't have Scooby-Doo.
We're not watching.
I am.
It's too much pressure for
No,
them.
it's brilliant fun.
I've just started putting up some of the mantelpiece decorations, so there's much faffolating to happen yet, but I've got my usual Noel and some other little bits and bobs. I've got some other, I put up that pink framed cross stitch in the dining room. I've got this one, which will go up in here. I did this a couple of years ago, I love that. I will try to remember to link that pattern designer underneath. This one I think was just a basic one from eBay or Hobbycraft or something, and I made loads of mistakes, but I need to find somewhere to put those, my little Christmas ones. And I've got my Peace, Love and Joy ceramic stars as well. Let's put this down. I also realised that do excuse the state of me though, I'm very fluffy. I had my hair, when it was wet, I put it in plats because I thought I was going to be cooking, and it turns out we didn't. We got a takeaway in the end. So I put it in plats to keep it out of the way, and this is the result this morning. I look like a spaniel. I'm getting my hair cut in next weekend actually. I also found these, which I didn't put on the tree when we put the tree up. My Alice in Wonderland, these were gifts. My Alice in Wonderland decorations, and I adore Alice in Wonderland. So Alice and the White Rabbit are going to go on the tree, and also my little needle felted, this was a gift as well, little needle felted mushroom. There's lots of mushrooms on my tree. So yeah, I've been doing that, and Dan's the football this morning was cancelled because of the state of the pitches where it's been raining so much, which was marvellous. That's just the news I wanted. Going to get some stuff sorted out and get a bit neat and tidy and run the hoover round. And then Dan's off to watch another younger team's game that's still on because they're playing on different pitches, and I'm going to probably sit and finish watching season 2 of Bridgerton, which I'm re-watching. That's my plan. I also want to show you a few things as well. So it might be chatty again, but lots of you in the comments have been saying that you have enjoyed the chattiness, which is good. I'm going to hang these on the tree, and I might have I might have today's cup of tea of the day, my Advent tea. Sure about this one. I used to love rooibos tea, but I think I've gone off it in the last couple of years. It's nice, it's just a bit too vanilla-y. I did put a bit of milk in because I do prefer milk with rooibos, but I think I've just gone off that rooibos flavour. I'm going to drink it though. I wanted to show you some things that I put to one side to show you, and I'm going to try and do it quickly, and I'm not going to show you everything. You recognise this from the other day. I was talking about the tissue paper that was included in some gifts from Nicole. So Nicole sent me the Spice Advent Calendar that I've so been enjoying. Is that a sentence? That I've been so enjoying? That I've so been enjoying? I'm not sure. And but she also sent me some other bits along with it, and it was Nicole who originally introduced me as well to the tea advents. I can't remember if I said that earlier on in the season. Oh, and when it came, it was wrapped in that beautiful tissue paper, And there was all of these that we've saved, all these little red paper stars. So I don't know why I saved those. I might just use them maybe I'll put them in my Secret Santa, Nicole. It'll get used again. And I wanted to share with you some of the other bits that she sent because it's all from Germany and it's just lovely. So she sent me this glass jar of beeswax candles. They're like little tea lights and they're star shaped. So I'm going to get those into use. I'm going to pop those in the front room. But I also love the little jar because I can keep three or four little tea lights sitting in there ready to go. And it looks just that little bit nicer than just having tea lights stacked up on the side. So I shall be using that jar forevermore. And she also sent a couple of new tree decorations, which I'm going to put up. We've got a ball of yarn. I've got a red... I think I've got a couple of other colours of a similar thing, which is great. My goal is to get a tree in here in the dining room, like a tall, thin tree, and have all of these glass type ornaments on it only, because I've got quite a few now and I love them. So thank you, Nicole. It's going to go on the main tree for now. And a croissant. And we often talk about having croissants and disappointing croissants and Lidl's croissants and how Lidl's croissants are the best. I've now said croissant too many times. So we've got a croissant for the tree. She also sent some punch. I'm not even going to attempt to say this word in German, partly because I can't read it. It says 1 teaspoon in hot water or apple juice. So it's like a herbal tea, but you could also do it as a kind of mulled apple juice. Ooh. So that is definitely going to get tried, probably today. Maybe I'll follow up that cup of tea with another one. Got a little mistletoe decoration. So I was thinking I might try and hang that above one of the doorways. I thought that would be lovely. I've already got, you probably just see it, yeah, there. Mistletoe above that doorway. And these gorgeous candles, which I'm actually going to put on my table on Christmas Day. Little taper candles in the really fun candy stripe like that. So I'm definitely going to use those on Christmas Day. So thank you, Nicole. It was such a gorgeous, festive little parcel to get, and I'm absolutely delighted. And like so many, like most of the things, all of the things I get sent, they'll be used and treasured for many, many years to come. And speaking of, I had... Dan and I were talking about how much we loved Whittaker's chocolate, which you get in New Zealand. Oh my goodness, that made me jump. The cat's obviously under the table and she's scratching. It made the whole table vibrate. I thought we were having an earthquake, which is very unlikely. It's just a cat quake. So this is from someone who's got an absolutely fantastic name. Her name is Alison. I know, yeah. Alison is from New Zealand. So she's included a few of the Maori terms and translated them. So kia ora, I recognise that as, is it hello or dear or greetings? And then, oh, I can't pronounce this one, but it means best wishes. So that's really nice. And she sent me a knitted Christmas tree. I think this is going to go up in here because it's such a nice bright yellow. Actually, I might put it on my door handle over there. Yeah, so I've got a little knitted Christmas tree and this is amazing. I've got a kiwi Christmas tea towel. So I'm going to put this up on my oven, but I'm going to tell everyone they're not allowed to use it. It's just a decoration. So thank you very much, Alison, for that. Okay, I am going to drink this tea, possibly make another one. Is there anything else in there that I wanted to share? Oh, sorry. And yeah, keep going with cleaning this kitchen up and getting organised. Nearly there. I should not be allowed near breakable things this week. Look what I just managed to do. That beautiful little glass jar that I said I was going to use forevermore. Oh. I was just getting some scissors out the table and I just caught it with my elbow. Oh, I'm so miffed. At least I've still got the candles though, and the hoover's already out, so I have to be very careful and put my slippers on. Neighbours just dropped round the lemon drizzle cake that we were promised yesterday. Oh, it looks good. She makes a nice lemon drizzle. These nuts are nice. Very moreish. I don't think they'll last very long. I've got to tidy up now. Let me finish it. I'm going to just whiz around the kitchen from doing that and then start on dinner. But it's only about 3:30, so I might just leave that for another hour. I've been watching Bridgerton. I finished season 2. I'm on to Penelope and Colin's season 3. And as I've been doing that, I decided I would try and be really brave and not only find and start a pattern for one of my advents, but do a knitted one and a garment. So now I'm at a point of I decided just to start it and use the starting bit as my gauge. So I'm about to measure my gauge in a very haphazard way. I'm not going to share with you just yet what I'm making. I'll let you know tomorrow, depending on how it goes.
Look, your Jim Jams.
It's a Jamie Oliver recipe. It's meatballs. Hello, do excuse my appearance. I am clean. I have changed from one set of pyjamas or loungewear to another because I haven't actually got dressed or left the house today. I haven't walked in a few days. I had a couple of comments asking me how that's going. I don't think I'm going to hit my 1,000 miles target because I got so behind when I was ill in October and also away over the summer. But I am still walking and I'll be walking tomorrow. How far, I don't know. But thank you for asking. I will give you the actual total because I will be adding it up so far because there's still a couple of weeks left of the year. So on Thursday I had that disaster at work and broke that ceramic, and then today I had that disaster and broke that lovely glass jar, and then just as I was tidying the table for dinner, my £1 Marks and Spencer's absolutely epic charity shop find for my Secret Santa fell off the table. I'm so upset about this. So now I've got to do another charity shop run tomorrow and try and find another mug. But no mug will ever be as perfect as this one was. I should not be allowed near anything. And I have to say, just out of shot here, I do have, I'm just finishing off the Frizzanti. And I got this glass, which was another epic charity shop find. Actually, maybe I'll go back to that charity shop tomorrow, because it is a bit sturdier than some of the other ones, and the other ones, you know, have got a lot more sentimental value. So cheers everyone. Let's hope I hope that's the 3. They say bad things come in 3s, don't they? Hopefully that's it for breakages. I'm going to do book of the day and bid you good night. Now I'm going to do another one for my sister, because I've got that in front of me on my phone. Or maybe I should do one for my mum actually, because you've had one for mum, you've had one for Dan, you've had a few from me, you've had Lilia, and you've had Jenny. So no, let's do one for mum. Now my mum is a huge reader. I always remember growing up, every morning when I came downstairs, she would be up before all of us, and if there was any sort of tidying in the kitchen to do from the night before or anything like that, she didn't do that until we got up. If she got up before us, she would go into the living room and she'd read. She'd always have a library book on the go. So she's read for years and years, so it was really hard for her to try and narrow things down. So she's recently started listening to audiobooks, which she really enjoys, partly because it means she can listen to it like me while she's doing other things, but also she wears hearing aids and she can play them directly into her hearing aids, and it's, you know, it's opened up a whole new way of reading for her. So I'm going to read out the first one that she has given us, and it's quite a modern one. My mum has a degree in English and loves so many of the classics, but she's gone for a modern one, and I can see why, because I love this series too. I have just listened to the 5th and newest in the Thursday Murder Club series, entitled The Impossible Fortune by Richard Osman. I love the whole series, and this doesn't disappoint. Elizabeth, Joyce, Ibrahim and Ron and other familiar faces are back, now older and dealing with grief, family concerns and the problems associated with ageing. There is of course a mystery involving a race to find a code, Bitcoin's worth of vast fortune, and the obligatory nasty villain who shares a love for the same daytime television programmes as Joyce. The book is warm, funny and witty, and Richard Osman treats his characters as ever with a true depth of emotional intelligence. A delightful read. We've all really enjoyed the Thursday Murder Club series. My mum, I know, and Dan and I haven't listened to I haven't read the latest one. I listened to the first 2 books when it was narrated by Leslie Manville. The narrator then changed on book 3 to Fiona, I can't think of the actress's name. She's a great actress, but by that point, as far as I was concerned, Leslie Manville was the only narrator, so I didn't listen to them after that. I just couldn't connect. So I've eyeballed them all since then, and I've just loved them. It's just this range of characters in the age bracket that they are, but also the younger characters as well, and how they all interact and how cheeky people are. And also, like my mum says, there's always an element of some terrible villain who always ends up staying with Joyce in some way and like getting involved in her life, and it's just brilliant. He's very, very witty and funny, and I can see why she chose that series, and she sent me a couple more as well to talk about later in Vlogmas. So yes, and thank you all for your enthusiasm. Actually, it seems to me you are all very much enjoying the book of the day, and I was a bit worried about doing it and sticking to it and coming up with something every day, but I've really enjoyed it. It's been really nice to get those things from my mum and sister as well, so it gives us a good excuse to talk books. Oh, I added the little sign to my emotional support pickle. He did survive the topple onto the floor, even if the mug didn't. Maybe I need an emotional support pickle for myself, for when things like that happen. Anyway, that's another job I've got to do tomorrow now. So I'm going to say goodbye. We're going to go and watch endless episodes of Celebrities in the Jungle, because Phoebe hasn't watched it since Friday. So we will join her for watching that. We're also going to watch the Strictly Results show. I'm going to keep knitting on my little advent project that I have selected for my homespun house yarn. I think it might work. I will keep you updated, and I will see you tomorrow for Monday, which is going to be a day of errands and Christmas shopping.